shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Williams. Cleveland also making some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. And it's Jetty Osman in for Porter. And so he hits both. Whereas for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Exum. There's the pass to Love. Down low. Here's Thompson. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he slams it one-handed.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Here's Exum. The open look here for Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You know, how about the big fella making the right play there to create that bucket?
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That'll put Tristan Thompson on the line. That one on Hill. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Murray. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton, wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving, doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Exum deciding where to go with it. Sexton up top. 8 points for him. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 13-5 run. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
I think it's hard not to be excited about Colin Sexton's future. This is a young guard with tremendous upside, and you know he's already got athleticism and scoring ability.
Drummond's checked in for Thompson. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Over in the corner, Osman. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. From the line, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. And here's Sexton. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
A tall and powerful big, Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
From about 19 feet, Lopez. Good, nice job down low.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. With 1 on the clock, the shot misses. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Garland with it. Lopez is there. Lopez over to help. Now Garland. He's got 5. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center position. It's Antetokounmpo. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
The Cavaliers trail by 10, stolen by Bledsoe. And the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got 7.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Garland, the pass to Love. Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. To the middle. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Sexton.
Boy, Colin Sexton is just so young, so energetic. This guy taking over right now.
Pulls up. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Sexton. Inside. And it's Drummond missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Count the basket. And now a 12-point Bucks lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
And checking out the numbers for Lopez. Last season's performance for him. He was around 12 points per game last year. Just over 2 blocks and 5 rebounds. And on both ends of the floor, he's a guy they look for to take up space inside.
Well, certainly with the rebounding, with the ability to block shots, basically he does all the dirty work. So the other guys can look pretty.
And they're running. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Offensive rebound. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Love outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. They double him with Middleton. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut back down to 12 with the bucket from Garland.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo nails the wide-open jump shot. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Lopez over to help. Garland the pass to Thompson. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Thompson outside, kicks it to Garland. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Trying to get open is Thompson. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Thompson.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off.
And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
Williams is out there with Murray. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Williams comes with a double team. Here's McKinney. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Pass to Zizic. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. McKinney kicks to Zizic. A second chance effort, and it's blocked. Misses the layup. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control flawlessly, and answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Great win for this team, and you, Che, were able to score at will down the stretch. Why were you able to carry the load tonight?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Big game tonight, Che. Grabbing the first double-double of your career. How does it feel?
It feels great, Ted. It shows. I think so. I know some people.
Thanks, Che. That's it from me.
Anyone else? I'll put it this way. I'm ready to take on.
Good stuff. Anything else?
Yo, Che, get in here.
Show me more top plays! From episode 24, it's Huey Strangler. Breaking ankles and catching in the green three. Now, it's Showtime JNO, putting them on a poster. And one. Season opportunity and punctuates for the poster. Next is Precision Ant. Tossing the no-look alley-oop from half court.
Absolutely. Hey, big game tonight. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Good, because this one's on national...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they know this is not your throwaway game, a team they defeated in the second round of last year's playoffs. They'd better be ready. Kenny, chance to watch Che, a guy known for not playing in a game once, sat out in protest at Bay City University.
Well, you know what?
The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league, stardom was not assured. Even he said, "I never saw myself playing at this level. There were times I didn't know if I even belonged in the NBA. I guess you could say I'm surprised." Now, Kevin, every player has those doubts at the beginning, but few overcome them the way Kemba has.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. In a blazing start to the new season, we look at the updated power ranking. Some teams are hot and some teams aren't. You take a look at the Suns. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Milwaukee, they haven't started quite as fast as everyone predicted. But they're still one of the teams to beat, in my opinion, and still a championship contender.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Williams at the center, filling out the middle. Early part of the season, Brent, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things? And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the basket by Jaylen Brown. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talk a lot about Bud ball, and you add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. 4th, Brook Lopez.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Some changes for Boston. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Gordon Hayward. The Bucks also with the sub. Williams is checked in. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Celtics have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And the technical free throw is good.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Bucks. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And so it's Milwaukee now. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. The kick out to Williams. Misses the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And a wide open look for Walker. No good with the triple.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Pulls up on the wing and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He's got 6.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Smart, wide open, he fires. No good from outside. Bucks trail by 7. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Tatum leading the charge.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Clock at 6. Baseline jumper. Floats one up. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics leading by 10. Walker finds Smart. Walker looking for an opening. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And it's 9 points for Kemba Walker.
That's now 7 out of their last 10 coming off the assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the inside, Ilyasova, and it's good for 2.
It's nice to see the confidence he shows on his inside game and ability to get the shot up before the defender can do anything.
And Walker kicks to Brown. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
Cantor checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Kemba Walker. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Robin Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. Over to the wing. The wide open look here for Lopez. Cans it from downtown.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Here's Wanamaker. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. Here's Brown. That shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Unloads. Here's Lopez, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. 4-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club. And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Releases. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
The pass to Tice. Here's Smart. And a miss there on the triple. And the Bucks with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. From deep. Clock at 4. Williams with a clean look. Gets an open look and hits. Now just a 2-point Boston lead.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the three. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Shot from the wing, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Tice with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes to Cantor. Here's Smart. Off target with his three.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action after this word. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are gonna.
Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Jason Tatum comes in for Daniel Tice. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Green is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Williams at the 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nails the baby hook.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
Offline with the baseline jumper. Boston leading by 5. And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Ilyasova gets the bucket.
Well, Ilyasova knows exactly when to release on that roll. After he sets the pick, some good timing there.
Green, the pass to Williams.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Brown is checked in for Gordon Hayward. On defense, Milwaukee. They trail by 3. They kick it out to Green. Here's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Green's got 7.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
To the paint, here's Giannis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
Here's Williams. Over to the left wing. Another shot. With the tip. And onto Tacumbo on the follow. Giannis has got 7 points for the quarter.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Well, guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player...
Wow, hammering it in!
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Knicks in New York. Walker finds Brown. Here's Smart. Boston again missing.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
He nails it, and we're tied up. He's got 16.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And he dunks it down.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Williams can't get it to go.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Good work defensively by Smart.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Giannis left side. Money from the wing. Giannis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Hill, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Walker the pass to Brown. Now Tice. The Celtics working the ball around now. Nice shot by Smart.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Feeds to Antetokounmpo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 13 points in just this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Walker against Hill, and Walker kicks to Tatum. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And it just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
And here's Walker. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a close game so far through the first.
Kevin, thanks. A double-double for you, Che, at the half. You know they're going to try and stop you the second half. How do you adjust?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Good stuff, Che.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Bucks leading by 5. Boston making some changes. Cantor checked in for Robert Williams. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Ilyasova holding down the forward spots. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Hill. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Boston.
With the way Ilyasova is able to quickly get a shot up, it throws a lot of the defenders off, and they end up fouling him.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
And the Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. Cantor finds Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Celtics trail by 4. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Brown outside. Pass to Wanamaker. Hits the three-point bomb. Wanamaker's got his second bucket of the night.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Baseline J on the way, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Brown missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Baseline try, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Hill. Tatum against Ilyasova, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's... Now, Giannis. Shot from free throw range. And Boston with the rebound. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Walker and Smart, the guards. Ennis Cantor is out there with Tatum, and it's Tice in at the center position. That's the Boston 5. And Smart over to help. The shot by Middleton, wide open, and Cantor pulls it down.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Tatum finds Cantor. Nice ball movement by Boston. It falls!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 4. 50 seconds left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice, and it's Brown in for Cantor. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Nice shot by Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. So it's the Bucks now. Left block shot on the way, and it's blocked by Brown. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Knocks down the 3.
Eric Bledsoe says pressure. What pressure? Take that.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 3. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Lets it go from deep. He's off on that one.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, it was the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
a second?
Yeah, what's up?
You did a lot of distributing tonight, leading the team in assists for your first time as a pro. How were you able to generate so many open looks?
It's a lot of things, Patty. And I got a lot of gravity.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jay. I was really struggling.
Yo, what's up, man?
Good game last night.
It's like a sauna in here. Who's on the AC?
Get over here. Look, let's put that game behind us right now. It's just one, and we have another one just ahead. Let's just get focused and prepare for it. I want us to be the best team in the league when the game is tight. Let's focus and execute. Set it up and get started.
I'm open right here. Watch the pit. Switch. Go up. Ow, ow. Screen coming.
Watch the screen. Don't get picked. Hey, good pick there. Hey, that's yours, man. Right. Step out of there. Hey, he can ball, huh? Screen coming. There's a board! There's a board! Hey, push it! Shot! Go over it! Oh, right here! Switch! Oh, foul! Come on, y'all, bounce out! Yeah, let's go, let's do it! Who's got ball? And what? That's all you. Screen coming! Oh, that's right! Screen, screen. Shut up, man! Get it! I got your help side! Help! Pick! Hey, mine! Go on, Betty, put it back up! And one! Way to grab it! Yeah, let's go, let's do it! What's the roll? Hey, you finished, man! Get there! I got your help! Big guy, help! Roll up! Shot! I see him! Screen! I'm open! Shot! Get it! Hey, he can ball, huh? Good work, team. Let's get one more drill in.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Whoa. Don't let him shoot that!
Let's go.
Very strong. Now let's move on to the next drill.
Focus! Focus! Hey, big ball, huh? Check the clock! Check the clock! Keep moving! Hey, yo, look at that, my man! Shot!
There we go. Okay, let's move on to the next drill.
You got it, come on. Hey, big ball, huh? What's the foul?
Nice work, fellas. Try to stay a while and get some additional reps in.